2007 that I might want to leave and take some compensation, which was a real shock to me because I was expecting to be able to return to my job. And that was when the first, my first real sort of awakening of what whistleblowers go through happened. I was being offered money, go away, sign this agreement, don't talk about what's happened, and basically, you're not welcome anymore. And that's quite a shock. That's quite a shock to the system and very difficult for people. I mean, I was depressed, I was shocked, I was scared. It kept me awake at night. I used to be waking up in the night and reading my emails and, not able to sleep. It occupied pretty much most of my daytime thinking. I was very lucky in that I had a lot of support from my husband. But it was really nerve-wracking. I thought that was it. I'll never work as a doctor again.
So what was the culture like, do you think, generally in the NHS at that time?
Well, I suppose I can only really talk about what it was like in that particular team, and it was a very toxic culture. I had worked in other parts of the NHS, and I had at times felt a bit uneasy. Subsequently, I've heard from a lot of other people who describe similar experiences to myself. So I think, there are parts of the NHS which have very unhelpful working environments with a lot of negativity, and those working environments are horrendous for clinical staff. It was virtually impossible for those people to raise concerns, and we need to get everywhere, feeling positive, valuing staff, recognising that people speaking up is a really important thing that they need to do for patients. I really don't want anyone else to suffer like I did, and that's basically why I sort of started speaking up more openly about this and campaigning on this issue. We're now aware that this is a widespread problem and that people are suffering hugely, and it's a massive injustice. And so the good thing is that now it's beginning to be recognised, and Sir Robert Francis, has heard what we've said, and he is acknowledging that what's happened is unacceptable. What we're now looking for is some action in response to, the narrative that we've heard, which is that whistleblowers have been very badly treated. We need to now see some action.